Look at the wall next to you, right now. You think you know who lives on the other side of that drywall? But what if the person living next door never makes a single footstep? Not a creak, not a shuffle, just absolute dead silence. Katsumi thought her biggest problem was the obnoxious guy upstairs. She had no idea that the real nightmare was the quiet girl next door, a girl hiding a terrifying, unnatural secret under her clothes. And by the time Katsumi looks through the peephole to find out what it is, it's already too late. Katsumi lives on the ground floor of a decaying 40-year-old apartment. It is a psychological prison because the walls are as thin as paper. The man living directly above her ruthlessly blasts loud music and plays his guitar every single day. After the landlord completely ignores her complaints, Katsumi goes up to confront him. He is arrogant. He tells her that nobody in his neighborhood has ever objected to his noise. He claims he will only stop playing if his immediate neighbors, 3 girls who supposedly live in pure quiet, complain to him. Therefore, Katsumi bangs on their door. A girl emerges, completely covered from head to toe. She walks right past Katsumi in dead silence, without saying a word. Suddenly, an aunt from the neighborhood comes out and shouts at them to stop fighting in the hall. When asked about the silent girl, the aunt reveals a chilling detail. The covered girl bumps into her constantly, but never says sorry and acts like she doesn't even know her. An arrogant neighbor is annoying, but a neighbor who moves in absolute silence and ignores human contact? That is an apex predator. And the loudest guy in this building is about to become her prey. A few days later, the deafening music completely stops. Katsumi spots the arrogant guitarist on his way home, but his aggression is gone. He looks incredibly sad and terrified. He tells Katsumi a chilling fact. He realized he has never heard his quiet neighbor take a single footstep. He says it is incredibly creepy, but as he speaks, the covered neighbor appears right behind Katsumi. Something is violently wrong. She is now approximately 7 feet tall. She stares, then leaves without saying anything. Therefore, the guitarist realizes he is being hunted. That night, Katsumi hears the sound of someone screaming from his room. By morning, he has vacated the apartment completely. The threat upstairs is gone. So Katsumi talks to her landlord and moves into his empty apartment on the first floor. She has no idea she just locked herself in a cage with the predator. While shifting her stuff to the first floor, Katsumi bumps into the silent girl in the hallway. The girl throws her things on the ground and peacefully starts walking away without picking them up. Katsumi reaches out and grabs her hand to stop her and hand her the stuff. She doesn't feel human flesh. Katsumi realizes the girl's hand is made of metal, covered in a lot of screws. The girl aggressively takes her hand back and vanishes inside her house. Katsumi tells the moving workers about this, and they try to rationalize it, saying artificial hands are simply a trend these days. But Katsumi's brain connects the dots. That night, she searches her new bedroom and finds the fatal mistake the guitarist left behind. A small hole drilled directly into the wall. The exact hole he used to collect information, where he saw something he shouldn't have seen before he ran for his life. Katsumi looks through the small hole. The woman next door is physically taking the screws out of her hand. As the screws come out, her hand starts moving very fast. It becomes clear those screws were artificially holding the girl's height. Suddenly, the woman notices Katsumi hiding. When Katsumi looks again, the woman is staring right at her. The mechanical hand starts coming out of the hole, getting longer and stretching unnaturally toward Katsumi. It suddenly stops, and Katsumi barely manages to close the hole completely with her bookshelf. But the woman is not done. She leaves her door open, and Katsumi hears her slowly going out of the building. Katsumi looks out her window and witnesses the impossible. The woman is reaching the first floor from the ground floor by increasing the size of her feet. As the entity tries to enter Katsumi's apartment, her mask and spectacles fall down. Katsumi sees that woman's face and becomes unconscious on the spot. Katsumi wakes up. She was on her bed. She feels like it was a dream, but everything was real. After that night, she sees the woman every day, acting as if nothing happened. Katsumi vows to find a new apartment soon to escape this scary place. Before you go to sleep tonight, listen closely to the walls. If you think this mechanical nightmare is disturbing, you haven't seen anything yet. Click the video on screen right now to dive into another brutal psychological trap. If this story crawled under your skin, hit like, subscribe for more nightmares, drop your theory in the comments, and share it with someone who won't sleep tonight.